Hi there, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to unbox some new paints that I bought. I'm going to start to show you things like this as well on the studio because I think this is a really good way for you to sort of have a glimpse at something without having to spend the money in case it's not what you're looking for. These are from, I don't know how to pronounce it, fuumuui, I think, fuumuui, that's how I'd say it. They are all over online, and I've just been seeing them. And I thought, do you know what, I will actually try them. I've also got these brushes, which I haven't used yet, the same brand, and they're really quite big brushes. I've been hearing a lot about these, so I thought, well, I'll just buy some. And then what I'll do is I'll do a beginner lesson where we will test all the different types and shapes of these brushes, particularly this one. This is an extended tip. I've been seeing a lot of people doing things with flowers and botanicals with this, so we'll give this a go. They're really quite big brushes. It feels a bit coarse to me. I don't know, maybe when they get wet maybe they will flow a bit better, but it feels a bit clunky. I'm not convinced at the moment, so don't rush out and buy them. Have a look at my video. I will be doing that soon, and what we'll do is we'll test them all. We'll just see how good they are, okay? And I'll give you an honest review of them. There's lots of different ones. You've got your extended point, your dagger. It's quite nice because it does actually tell you the type of brush on here, which is quite nice. There's a quill. That's a detail brush. Flat, obviously flat edge. That'll be a flat as well, but just a different size. Then you've got your standard rounds. Don't you need to look at those? I know what those are. Yeah, so I'll be doing a little video of those and we'll review them as well. Today I want to unpack these. They just arrived. These are opaque watercolours. Now the reason I bought these is because the colours look really different. You get 24 in the set. They come in this tin. Now I quickly just opened the box yesterday when they arrived. I'm always very transparent with you. I'll tell you everything. I couldn't open it. I was like this and I thought, why can't I open it? And then I turned it over. I was being really, really daft. It just pops open like that. So I'll show you just in case you open them upside down as well. Make sure you've got the tin cover. You're not as daft as me. You get inside a nice swatch, so we can do that. And look at those colours. Aren't they beautiful? These remind me of Farrow and Ball colours, which is an English paint company. I think they're English anyway. But I always used to see them in sort of the DIY shops, and these paint charts were always beautiful colours, and it's this kind of thing I'd want, you know, I'd paint my lounge in something like that. They're so pretty. They're more on the sort of pastel muted tones, and that's why I wanted to buy them, because it's completely different, obviously, in temperature to what I'm currently using in my Winsor & Newtons. So, you know, you really have to work to get that colour. So I thought it might be quite nice, and I've never used opaque watercolours either. So let's get cracking with them and let's see how good they are, shall we? I thought I could swatch them in there. I was going to put them in my book. We could just go straight ahead and put them in here. It gives you a bit of information as well, what they're made from. Premium gum arabic. They're specifically chosen for semi-solid and opaque watercolours. It says it has excellent coverage. Carefully selected high quality pigments evaluated for light fastness, weather resistance, sun resistance, alkali resistance and opacity, delivering rich, vibrant colours that maintain their brilliance in both wet and dry techniques. Just tells you a little bit about how they make them. Okay. Shelf life 24 months. Well, I've had these for donkey's years, so we'll see how well these fare. But I'm interested to see, there's no honey in them. You do have to look out for paints that have a honey base, because bees are attracted to it. So if you want to paint outside, just have a look at the ingredients when you buy paint, because if it's got honey, the bees will start bothering you. Just something to be aware of. I'm a bit scared of wasps, so I'm very wary of buying paint that's got honey in it. The last thing I want is a little invasion while I'm trying to work outside. Right, what's the best way to do this? Let me just... Okay. I tell you what, we'll go from... No, we can't do that because we've got to follow that. Can you see? I just want to get everything in the screen for you. There we go. Just got the top ones. Okay, don't worry. I'll move it down. We don't even need to mix them, look. Okay, so the first one, let me make sure I've got this the right way around. Nope, I haven't. There we go. We start with a red grey and then we end with a cold grey, so it's this way around. Right. Oh, they're very rich. Instantly, look at that. I can feel how creamy that is. Oh, wow. So pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill a bit like that, and then I'm going to rinse. Let's just water it down. Yeah, they work like really nice watercolours. You water it easily. Can you see that? So it's nice and thick and opaque over here, and then it does just water down. I have to say, on first use, I like that. They feel really, really creamy. Oh, wow. That's lovely. And what lovely colours for flowers and things like that. Okay, I think I'm a fan. I will add the description. I'll add the link, sorry, to in the description if you are interested in these. I'm not affiliated in any way. I just wanted to buy them. And I'll record and share on my studio. Probably share this on my YouTube channel as well for anyone interested. Look at that, that's beautiful. I have to say they don't feel like sort of cheap paints. That's I'm liking. There's a little sort of granulation going on in there. That's a very, very pretty colour. Okay, I'm impressed so far. Yellow grey. That's lovely. It's almost like a buff titanium, that one. If I can get a bit more on my brush. Yeah, they are nice and opaque. So opaque basically just means it's not transparent, you can't see through it. And then of course you can just water it down a little bit. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, I'll work through all of them. I'll do it sped up and then I'll show you at the end what they look like.
Just like a dream, you and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong, a bliss. Whispers of the breeze, secrets unfold. It's you that I need, it's you that I want. When the world gets cold, it's you and me. When the sun comes back, you'll see. Oh, dandelion, the strength that you've shown, stronger each year. Look how we hold on through the toughest of times. We still stand strong. Through pavement we will grow. Forever we will grow.
Okay, so I've swatched all the colours and I have to say they're absolutely beautiful. I'm very pleasantly surprised, really pleased I bought this. The thickness of the paint is lovely. It flows really nicely as soon as it hits the damp water next to it. It runs really freely and nicely. There's just, it's lovely. I've sort of freely added water and just, I wanted to see the watermarks and things as well. It's beautiful. It's really, really lovely. But the colours, it looks like something from a Jane Austen, you know, movie set. This could be like costume design, couldn't it? They're just so lovely. Very sort of typical, quiet and quintessentially English type sort of manor house colours, I would say. I really like them. Very calming, really, really calming. I'm thinking as I was swatching this what I would use them for. I mean, these stormy colours, these blues and greys, are really, really lovely and delicate. You know, if you're doing a lighthouse or something like that, be stunning. The greens are nice and rich. You've got four different types of green there. But such a nice mixture of these really cool, almost like stone and pebble type muted colours. Really like it. They're like sort of tertiary tones. Yeah, there you go. I will link the description so you can have a look at them yourself. I think, yeah, I think they're good value. The only thing I would say, although it's quite a big thing, oh, you can get them out. Hang on, can you get them out? Yes, you can get them out. So yeah, if you wanted to take a couple with you, they do come out, so you could pop them in a little travel case. So that's another nice added bonus. It's not full to the top, but you are getting quite a wide pan size there. I think that's a really good feature. You can actually take them all out. So yeah, you could add them to your own palette if you're, wanting to do a specific thing. I love it. I really like that. There's space here as well, so you could label as well. Because if you start moving them about, you could get them confused. So I would recommend, if you're going to take them out, or they go back in really easily as well. They slot in really nicely. I'm impressed. I like that. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Fuumuui, I don't know. Leave me a little comment. Let me know what you think that should be. In terms of what's on the box to what you get, it is a bit different. But not much. I mean, that is not that. It's so much nicer here. They're much more sort of, I'd say they're really nice earthy tones. That's how I would describe them. But in terms of how they work with application, it's lovely and thick and creamy. And when I reapplied to add more to the left hand side, so you could see the stronger application, really, really nice and thick. Literally just a couple of passes with the brush, and it was very well loaded, and it dilutes beautifully. So I'm really, really happy with that. I think if you've got like a journal practice or something like that, these would be lovely because of the opaque quality. If you wanted to paint over different coloured cards, that would be effective. Plus I could imagine, if you wanted to use silver and gold over them, you could get some really, really pretty effects as well. They're drying nice and quickly. Yep, they're dry over here. Really nice watermarks. I'm liking how the paint is behaving. When it hits the water, I've got some really nice markings going on. Not sure if you can see all of that. But yeah, really nice. So there you have it, 24 solid watercolour opaque, and that's the outer box that it comes in. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these if you want those sorts of colours. I hope you found this useful, and please leave me a comment, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Just wanted to say as well, another feature is that you get this nice tin lid that comes with it. So what you could do, if you were going out and about, what I would do, or even in the studio if you wanted a bigger space to mix than something like this, you could use this as your palette. What I would do is I would cover it in tin foil, just wrap it around the edges. That's what I used to do when I was out and about before I had a palette. Sorry, that's probably reflecting. I would cover this with tin foil, and then obviously you can just mix all your paints in there quite nicely, and then when you're all done, you just pull the tin foil off, put it in the bin, and you're good to go again. You can put a fresh piece on there. So you've actually got, in theory, a makeshift big mixing palette. That's a big space that you can mix your paints on, right next to this, if you wanted to. If you're going to do a lot of big flowers and you wanted to blend these colours together. That's one thing I haven't done in this video, is blend them together. But obviously you could do a swatch and you could start to play with how these mix together. They are really beautiful as they are though. But yeah, I just wanted to add that. That's a little bonus, as well as being able to take them out. You've got a little makeshift palette there as well.